Yeah.
And hello. We're here at the Thanks for Sharing podcast.
That's great.
We're sponsored by Nike, Pink Cloud Vape Shop, Pace Roofing, Sharky's Barber Shop,
Polar Seltzer.
Polish?
No, see how it has an R? That means an R.
Well, you said Polish.
This is going great, man.
Yeah, this is a fun time. As you may or may not know, I'm Joe White. Today I have my good friend Billy on.
Right, that's a stretch, but I know him.
Yeah.
It's good.
We know each other. We've seen each other. We've shared a bed together once.
Yeah, I just want to say, right, like off the bat.
Yeah.
If this goes bad, it's like it's all on you, man. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Like I'll be like I'm gonna talk so much shit afterwards. I'll be like, it was a nightmare. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like there was this dude over here. He just wouldn't stop talking about like all this like child stuff. It was weird. Not like, but like Pokemon Go and yeah. It's all gonna be on you. So so you got the floor, buddy. You know what I mean?
I feel like we have nowhere to go but up.
I feel like we have nowhere to go already.
Yeah, but we're doing it, and hey, good for us, man.
You know what? Like I'm getting a fucking sunburn from these lights right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is the most illegitimate setup I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I don't
it's
mess
hot.
around, man.
It's hot.
Yeah, and how do you
It's
feel?
hot,
do you
dude.
feel you're on your good side? Because
Good side.
so you say, but
No, because they're both good sides. You know what I'm saying? They're both okay. So this is my good side. This is my great side. Wait till we play that thing. It's gonna be gold, bro. Oh man. So what's up?
all right, not much, man. Just hanging out. Glad you could make it out today, dude. And,
Yeah. No, I'm glad that we finally got here because
yeah, it's been 3 weeks in the
yeah,
making.
yeah. It hasn't been annoying at all. It's been really convenient for my schedule to have you hit me up every 2 days and be like, dude, today's the day, bro.
Yeah.
And then a half hour later, you're like, well, hold on, because I was talking, right? So
Right.
okay,
Right.
So
Right. But
but the issue is I was talking. So back to what I was saying. Who remembers? Who remembers now, dude?
you were talking
Great
about
start.
how it was
No, it's done.
inconvenient
It's
in your
done.
life.
It's done.
How
Oh,
it's inconvenient
right.
in your life.
Yeah. So.
but I thought it was.
Oh man, you know what? So does somebody else want to? Anyway, yeah, it's been great. You're like, hey, come on out. We're gonna do it Tuesday. I'm like, bet, dude. Say less. Tuesday. Here we go. And then, oh no, Tuesday doesn't work. How about Thursday? I'm like, dude, Thursday it is, dude. Thursday's my day actually. Thursday, great day. You're like, nah, not Thursday. How about Tuesday? I'm like, okay, listen, dude. Tuesday it is, bro. Whatever you got for me, Tuesday. And then, what time is it? Is it almost Wednesday?
It's almost Wednesday.
Nailed it, dude. Hey, nailed it.
Hey, but I have a phenomenal producer, so it's his schedule.
Yeah, what's his name? Davenport or something?
Davron of France.
Davron, the Earl of Wales.
Well, the funny thing about last week on Thursday, I told you I was talking to him Wednesday, and he said, "What's your Thursday looking like?" And I was like, "It's open." Then I called him later, and I said, "So you're good for tomorrow?" He was like, "Nah, I was just seeing if you."
I was just saying what you're just wondering how you're doing, bro.
Yeah, just wanted to check in on you. It's good.
Just wondering how you're doing, man.
It's good to have people like that in your life.
Yeah, people that just let you down over and over. It's
but
because otherwise, like, you wouldn't know how to pick yourself back up. You know what I mean? You'd be like, "Where's my bootstraps?" You know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't know where they're at.
But you said it was an inconvenience. But what else were you doing?
Oh, so much, dude.
Yeah.
so much. Yeah, like I had wait, so it was Tuesday?
Yeah. Was that
Tuesday, dude, Tuesday I was tired.
Is that when
You know?
watch Pretty Little Liars? Is that Gossip Girl? Is that your Tuesday night?
Is that
You binge watch Pretty Little Liars.
right? So wait, you do comedy though, right?
No.
When does when does that start though? Hey, when's the comedy start though?
Never. Hey.
The funniest thing about you is how wet your hair looks for some reason.
Yeah, it's a good look on me.
Yeah, wet.
But
Oh man. Yeah. So anyway. Yeah, there's like a little kid over here dying or something.
Yeah. There's a 38-year-old grown man playing Pokemon.
No, there's like an 11-year-old being strangled.
37. Clash of Clans.
Clash of Clans. Cool.
Clash of Clans.
Cool. Hey, welcome to the Virgins podcast, dude. Welcome to the Lonely Virgins podcast, where we talk about Clash of fucking Clans.
Dude, I really can't wait to have sex for the first time.
Oh man. Yeah. So what else, man? What's up?
What's up, man? So,
you know what I like, just because for all 6 people that are gonna watch us, I like that you're like, dude, come on my fucking podcast, bro. And I was like, you got a podcast? Of course you have a podcast.
Yeah.
And it's way too legit, just like everything else.
Way too legit.
So don't do that though, right? Because we're not. No. But don't do that though.
but
I'm gonna get mad. I'm getting mad.
But we're already doing it.
But okay, so I'm mad now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're like, yo, come on my podcast. I was like, bet. What are we gonna talk about? You're like, I don't know.
Yeah. I like to keep it loose.
Yeah, it's so loose right now.
It's loose.
I was hoping to be a little bit tighter than this, but it's the loosest.
I don't know why you expected more from me.
Well, because you were like, come to this very legitimate podcast where there's all this. Can they see that on the camera? There's equipment. There's so
wires.
many knobs in here.
Yeah.
There's an excessive amount of knobs in this room.
Yeah.
These lights, I'm sweating. Right? In real life, I'm sweating.
Are you having a panic attack?
Dude.
Because of the lights?
Am I good right now?
Are you?
I'm probably having an allergic reaction to this cat in here.
Are you
By the way, didn't tell me there's a cat. You know what I mean?
There's
like,
a cat,
dude, I could be deathly allergic. He's like, dude, just come on into this house.
I keep an EpiPen on me. So, you're fine.
All right. So hold on, but because where were you going to go with that?
Nowhere. Yeah.
Am I boring you? You checking the time, dude?
Nah, I'm just.
You got somewhere to be, dude?
Yeah, dude. I really, Did you see that piece of wood,
no, that bug that just materialized out of my forehead.
Yeah, dude, that was the highlight of the podcast. So we'll clip that.
And so we're gonna wrap it up.
So, did you ever hear of music?
No, music. Not for me. Every time every time I'm making any sort of noise, you're making a noise.
Yeah.
Like because wait, remember a long time ago when you just asked me a question and I started to answer you and you went the whole time instead? Do you remember that?
No.
Okay, welcome to the most annoying fucking podcast ever, dude. Here's my guest, Joe. You guys know him because he never shuts the fuck up, and now he's got nothing to say. It's great.
You've done most of the talking this whole time so far.
Welcome to my podcast. It's called, what is it? Thanks. Hey, thanks for sharing, dude. Thanks for sharing. Original, dude.
I mean, it's not original.
Oh, fuck, man.
How many podcasts do you know with this name?
You know what? Actually annoys me? How about this? How about everybody? Don't recommend a podcast to me ever again. Ever again, because I'm never gonna listen to them. Hey, dude, just check out this. It's called the thumbnail. I'm like, oh, really? What's it about? It's about this one thing that I kind of like a little bit from like 8th grade. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll fucking check that out. Hey, not gonna check it out, dude.
Yeah.
And also now I want you to talk to me less. Yeah. Like if you're gonna recommend dumb shit for me to do, hey, shorten that conversation, dude.
Stuck in your ways, man. That's good.
Yeah,
you know what
I'm dug in.
Like.
I'm dug in, and I'm not changing, dude. You know what I mean?
Why you're screaming at me? Because I'm agreeing with you.
Oh shit.
So yeah, I only listen to Slam, dude. I don't know if you're familiar with Slam.
Yo, basically, I only listen to Slam.
Yeah, it's If you don't know,
then it's a
subgenre of metal music.
It's metal music, right?
Corpse with a K is my favorite band.
Corpse with a K.
Spelled with a K.
With a K.
I'm a big Slam guy, dude. If you're not listening to Slam, it's like I really have nothing to talk to you about.
You have nothing to talk to you about. Right. Now, what's another? Name one more band.
Corpse. But spelled normal.
Yeah.
C-O.
Slam's cool.
Yeah.
Where it's like they don't know how to play their instruments, and all the vocals are like somebody with like taking a diarrhea shit into a metal coffee can. I'm like, dude, Art.
Heart.
No. Art.
Art. Artistic. Art.
Artisanal.
Artisanal?
Artisanal?
Yeah.
Artisanal. How do you... Artisanal. Oh, man. So it's going swimmingly. It's going great.
I think we're doing pretty good. We're already a couple minutes in.
Right. And you're watching the time because what? Because it's your podcast and you wish it would wrap up or...
Yeah.
What are we doing here, though?
I don't know. I'd just like to have a good track record of...
Hey, you know what? What do you think about masks, dude? I don't think anybody's talking about this. What do you think about masks?
An original topic that you bring up. And I know, hey, I don't like them. I got to wear them all day at my stupid fucking job at Applebee's.
Well, hey, get a different job, dude.
Hey, I need to get a new job. Because
you're in your 30s is the only... Because that's it. Because you're in your 30s, right?
I'm killing life. I'm 31. The daytime bartender at Applebee's.
I live with my parents.
And I live with my parents.
Right, and this is what my hair looks like every day. Is what you say next.
That's
what you say next. No, because that's what you say next.
This is what my hair looks like every day. Phenomenal.
Oh, man.
Phenomenal.
How much longer we got, man? Give me
a long time, man. And you're in for it.
So disrespectful. Don't care.
Yeah.
So you know what? It smells like vegetables.
Does it smell like
No, it smells like vegetables, dude. You know why? I don't eat meat. Better than you. Better than you.
You're you vegan or?
No, I'm gay.
Nice. I'm also gay.
Yeah, I'm gay now. You're gay?
So how long have you been?
How do we?
Nice, dude. So you wouldn't eat at Applebee's, is what you're saying?
No, if I had no dietary restrictions, I still wouldn't eat at Applebee's.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you, man.
Yeah.
I like people always come up to me and tell me how much they hate Applebee's.
Right. It's like, hey, remember when I just said I work at Applebee's?
It's not even that, because you can hate Applebee's. I don't care. I'm like, hey, listen, I make $2 an hour. What makes you think I care? This is how I know. This is what working at any corporate restaurant's like. I could get...
I've worked a lot of corporate restaurants.
Yeah. I could get gunned down in Applebee's parking lot and die.
Yeah.
And they would call... my mom the next day, and they'd be like, hey, listen, he's dead. Can you cover his shit?
Yeah. He didn't get coverage, and he's dead. And here's the problem with that. There's only so many thousands of people that are qualified for this job. There's only so many millions of people that are qualified for this job. Where are we going to get another?
Yeah.
Where are we going to get another?
They treat us like we're doctors. The amount of experience you have to have. They're like, wait, you worked in restaurants for 15 years?
You know what's the best?
Hire you because it's not.
You know what's the best is every I feel like in my experience every man that works in a restaurant, it's like 30. You know what I mean? He's too old. Hey, too old to be in a restaurant. All right, how old are you?
31.
Okay, too old to be in a restaurant. But all the women that work in a restaurant are either so high or underage, right? And the problem with that is
here's the problem.
They're still trying to fuck. You know what I mean? But hey, because they're children, right?
Yeah.
Or wait. Drugs. Right? Now, what were we just talking about? Drugs work. Drugs, they work. But
listen, I can tell you for a fact, I blasted off many Oxycontin in that Applebee's bathroom.
Yeah.
And I came out ready to work.
Yeah.
I'm lazy by nature. But
dude, I met people I know now in restaurants, and I was bad, dude. I was bad. And they were like, yeah, man, like recovery is the shit and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, cool. All right, I'm going to go over here. Are you guys baking cookies? Do you smell it?
I smell.
Am I having a stroke right now, dude? It smells like fucking cookies in here.
Well, that's toast, but I think it's a vibe.
Oh, sorry. So
yeah, so you want to hit your.
So what is it? It's toast and your MD is from where?
Columbia.
Oh man, my mom's here. I gotta.
Yeah, it's an Ivy League school, dude. I'm surprised you never heard of it, but
So.
Yeah, I know. It's a bad habit.
Yeah, it's also so rude.
I remember.
It's so rude.
One time, drugs.
Oh hell yeah! Okay.
First off, trying to tell people about recovery who are still using drugs is the worst.
It's the funniest, most frustrating thing. Yeah.
You're sober. I'm sober. but no one gives a shit at the end of the day.
No.
Especially if you're rocking a bundle a day habit and you're like, hey, man, you should get help. And you're just
because
like,
here's the thing about that.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
No, the thing about that is because either you're telling it to someone who is sober, who's like, yeah, like big fucking deal, dude. Or you're talking to someone that's not sober and they're like, so you have nothing for me. You know what I mean? So you're the worst. You know, because you're the worst.
Or you tell a regular everyday person, and you're like, you know when you're doing crystal meth and you wake up.
Dude, you know when you're smoking meth and then you're like, what day is it? I got to go to my job at Friendly's. And then you're there, right? Just hypothetically, you're at your job at Friendly's in Marsville because that's where my mom lives. And then you're like, bang, I'm cooking on this grill and you can hear it. You can hear it, but you know it's not there because I'm not stupid. I'm high. You know what I mean? So you're like, it's not there. But someone keeps saying it, like, Billy. And I'm like, it's not there. It's not real. And then you turn around and you yell at the toaster. And I know it's not the toaster, but I figured it was back there. So it looks like I'm yelling at the toaster. And there's kids there. You know what I mean?
And all the meanwhile, you're sweating buckets, screaming, I need 5 fribbles to table 17.
Right. You said sweating all the meanwhile. All the meanwhile.
Right. Sweating bullets.
All the meanwhile in the meantime.
Table 17.
Right. And all the meanwhile in the meantime also, in addition to, you're working at a Friendly's that doesn't have a door to the kitchen. So there's children right there.
Yeah, and everyone sees you.
And they're like, what's wrong with him? And they're like,
Mommy,
man.
what's with the guy screaming?
Yeah, they're like, hey,
fribbles?
Crystal. You know what I mean?
Crystal.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Crystal.
But it's like you talk to a coworker who's never had any issues in their life, and you're just like, you know, when you're doing crystal meth and you wake up in a blackout in a full sprint. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Knees to your chest, and you're like, where am I?
And you're like, wherever I'm going, it's important.
Right. Shout out to a real one.
Yeah.
Amen. Shout out to my home dog, Young Vienna, dude.
Yeah, Young Vienna. We were just talking about a good friend of ours, Nasty Nate, who's in Baton Rouge, Louisiana right now.
Yeah, on a tear, dude.
Yeah, living in...
on rocking a mean tear right now.
Yeah, just living in complete poverty.
Loving it.
Yeah, loving it. Just eating Vienna sauce.
Can't wait to share it with me that he's eating cold French fries from 2 days ago.
Yeah, he's like, dude, these French fries.
I'm like, listen, man, you belong to the streets. I don't know what to tell you. That's where you belong,
he's
bro.
He's like, life's looking up in Louisiana right now. I got an air fryer and I got some cold French fries.
Dude, we got a knife to stick in the wall. It's not even our wall, so fuck it. Huh?
They got the easy trap.
The easy bake trap.
The easy back.
Right. English. Yeah. Hey, English,
hey,
dude.
You remember talking words?
Hey, English. Do some, you know? Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
Right.
Yeah.
So, next topic. Dead air. Keep it going.
What was that? I didn't hear you say.
And I hate it here. It's cool.
Yeah, no, I hate myself, dude.
Do you have a shirt that fits?
Yeah, this fits, dude.
Yeah, it fits a child.
It's 'cause I'm
hey, it fits a
jacked.
child.
Hey, it's 'cause I'm jacked.
It fits a child.
Listen, if you want to get to Rip City like me, you can get there, man.
If I wanted to look like you in the body, I would assume I would have to be 8 months pregnant.
Yeah, I feel like my body is that of a toddler's.
Who's pregnant with another toddler.
Nah, toddlers just hang out and their stomachs all
They do. Dude, you know what's weird about toddlers? Why are their belly buttons like that? Like you could see like the stit like it where it was connected to it doesn't look like mine. So
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
If it's not like me, don't want to know about it, dude.
So you hate kids.
I hate everything that's not like me.
Yeah.
Dude, I do hate kids. I just came from my cousin's house and my fucking nephews are great. I love my nephews. I love my love my family, dude. But hey, why do kids cry is what is my issue. Why do they cry? Because you're good. You know what I mean? You're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine. And they're, you know, that cry where they, and they can't breathe. And you're like, dude, you're going to pass out. And you're like, what's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. And they go, no. I'm like, okay, well then fucking cry, pussy. That's on you, dude.
Then collapse right there. I don't care anymore.
It's your fault. It's on you, you know? And then they're like, have kids. And I'm like, yo, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Dude, my toddlers say crazy things, which is Bill Cosby was probably onto something before he rates people.
Well, that was after. It was after.
It was.
Hey, Mark, can we pull up the Bill Cosby timeline real fast?
Yeah.
Thanks, man. He said, yeah, 1 second, and then made noise with his mouth.
Nice.
That sounds like a keyboard to me.
I could really go for some pudding right now.
Oh man. So
Are you a pudding
now,
guy?
now I'm uncomfortable. Now I'm comfortable.
Do you like sweet treats?
Hey, do you go in for sweets?
Yeah. What's your sweet treat, man? What gets you going?
Oh, fuck, man. Yo, I've been housing Chips Ahoy lately.
Chips Ahoy.
Like in an
soft ones or just original?
Come on, dude. I'm American.
Yeah. Okay.
So I've been eating them in an irresponsible fashion. Like I've been getting, dude, like a fat sleeve, like the Deluxo party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like eating them. I had my buddy over yesterday. I'm eating these, and he's like, "Dude, we have to go, and it'd be late." And I'm like, "Okay, there's like 3 left though, so hang on, because I'm not gonna put back 3 cookies."
No.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, "Let me just eat these," and I eat them, and he's like, "Why? Like, why don't you just eat the rest?" And I'm like, "I already ate the rest," and he's like, "Oh, okay." And as we're leaving, he walks past, and I have a whole new one. He's like, "Oh, I didn't realize you had a fresh fucking deck over here." Like, of course you're gonna. People are noticing. People are starting to notice how many cookies I have in my house. It's probably too many cookies.
So you're a cookie bandit, dude. That's great.
Oh, no, I'm not. Well, I'm not a cookie bandit.
I went to a Cheesecake Factory the other day.
How was that?
It was pretty good. I didn't go. I went just to get cheesecake. And this is how insane I am. They close at 10.
Wait, hey, you went just for cheesecake?
Yeah, I got it to go.
Hey, what are you
Hey,
weird,
got
dude?
it.
Hey,
That's not weird.
what are you different?
They're the Cheesecake Factory, dude.
Yeah, the factory, bro.
What do you get at Cheesecake Factory?
Usually dinner, and then cheesecake, and then diarrhea.
Yeah, but this was also at 9:30. I already ate dinner.
Yo, have a better
And I
day
wanted
then, dude. You know what I mean?
I wanted a sweet treat.
So you went. Where's the closest cheesecake factory?
Willow Grove.
I know.
Which is 40,
I know that.
Which is
too far, right?
is like
Because we
40
can
minutes.
agree, too far.
By the time I left my house at 9:40, they closed at 10, and I said, I'm going to be there.
But you won't because it's too far.
I made it.
Oh, I'm so mad now.
I got 4 slices of cheesecake. Do you know how much?
Too many slices, dude.
Do you know how much money that was?
$35.
$40.
Holy shit. Oh, man. Don't get rid of my number, you know?
I'm 31 and I live at home with my parents, so I can eat cheesecake whenever I want.
I have heartburn now that you said that.
Yeah.
You said 4, what'd you say, 4 slices of cheesecake?
I didn't eat them
And
all.
then I got heartburn.
Yeah. I only ate 1 that night.
Right.
And
You
then I
were like
ate 1
4
the
slices of
next day.
cheesecake, and they were like, well, you got to chop off his foot now. You know what I mean?
And this is how ungrateful I am. I went home the next day because I was out watching the Eagles. Ate a slice the night I got it. Next day, the Eagles played.
Wait, what slice did you eat the night you got it?
Red Velvet.
Okay, and then
So
continue.
these are, do you want to hear the flavors?
No. Keep the story going.
Okay, so Red Velvet the first night because that's the one I wanted the most.
Right, because that parties.
Yeah, that party's
Okay.
my fave. The next day, I watched the Eagles on Sunday. They're terrible. Terrible organization.
Right.
Not a good
I'm mad
football
about where I
team.
live. I'm very upset.
Yeah. And people had such high hopes for the Eagles this season because they were like, oh, man, it's the same team as last year who wasn't good, but they're worse.
Right. So they'll be better.
Yeah.
What?
And they lost again.
Right.
So I go
So
home.
second slice of cheesecake.
So I go home, and this part of the story is going to make you angry. dude.
Right. Okay.
I go home because I had 3 slices left, all different flavors, and I said,
I feel like you're taking too fucking long to tell me the second slice.
you got somewhere to be?
Yeah.
got-
Anywhere else,
Yeah.
dude.
So I go home, and this is what ungrateful. It's gonna make you angry. I go home. There's only 2 slices left.
Okay.
There should be 3.
Yeah, because that's math. So
And I said, "Where's my slice of cheesecake?" And my dad said, "I ate it." Granted, they let me live there.
so disrespectful.
They let me live there rent free.
Right. So fuck them, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
so
fuck your
immediately,
parents, dude.
I was just like, they're great people.
Yeah, fuck your dad, man.
Great guy, man. Immediately I go like, it's not like I drove 40 minutes and spent $40 on cheesecake and just ate it.
Right. That's because they're real problems.
Yeah, those are real problems, man.
Yeah. So what was the slice that he ate? Are we gonna get to the bottom
Salted
of what
caramel.
the Yeah, fuck that. You can have it. Salted caramel.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean? What am I, a white girl in 2010?
So
Salted caramel. Shut up. Hey, have better tastes. Salted caramel.
I picked
Next.
salted caramel.
Yeah. Well.
So I ate vanilla bean, which Sounds plain and boring.
No, but that
Very
could,
delicious.
that could smack. Okay,
Yeah,
so
smack.
what's the fourth one? Don't say the things I say, but go on, fourth thing.
No, it's smack.
No, so the fourth one.
But the fourth one was chocolate mousse cheesecake, which
I
was
don't
really
know.
good.
I don't like the texture of mousse.
Yeah.
I'm a big texture dude.
You're a
I'm a
texture guy.
straight up dude. I'm a dude's guy. I'm a straight up guy's dude, bro. And I'm
Yeah.
all about my textures,
Yeah,
bro.
I like rubbing up on dudes, and I like texture.
Dude, I like sweat in my mouth, and I like foods with specific textures.
What's like a texture you're talking?
So here's a texture I didn't like that I've grown to like because I'm not a racist. I didn't like baked beans because of the texture, but like just said,
You're very racist. Then now you like
I'm not a racist. So I got baked beans, and here's the thing about me: I made myself like them, right? I don't even take my own shit, dude. I was like, "Yo, you're not eating those beans." I was like, "Fuck that, dude. Fuck that, me. I'm eating those beans." You know what you know what I will never tolerate though is a fucking banana.
not a banana guy.
Haven't had a banana since '96.
Damn, dude. And what year were you born?
92.
So you went 4
Greatest
years,
year of all, dude.
You went 4 years bananas, and one day you were just like, I'm done.
Yeah, because at 4, that's when you're like, hey, check it out. No, thank you.
My buddy Michael was in the hospital.
Good. Fuck Michael, dude.
He's dead.
Well, can't go back. Can't take it back.
LOL.
Said it.
But this was before he
Dude,
died.
shout out Michael, dude.
R.I.P. to a real one.
Yeah, ROP, Michael.
I was he was in there because he overdosed and he fell out on his like leg, so he had compartment syndrome or whatever the fuck it's called.
Right, I'm a doctor. I know what that is.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
for
yeah.
the
Columbia
audience,
Law-
for everyone
Columbia.
else, yeah, so shut up when I'm saying, so everyone else, compartmentalized syndrome is for that one that's not like me that doesn't know. So explain.
I really don't know what it is. Like when you like
He doesn't even know what compartmentalized syndrome
like
is,
when you
dude.
lose all circulation because you fall out.
Yeah,
on your-
yeah, I know. You're gonna tell me anyway. So yeah, you're dead guy, Michael.
I had in my sweet simplistic brain, dude. This was a problem for like my first 3 years sober. I wanted to believe that people were good and they wanted to do the right thing, and I've learned.
Fucking idiot, dude.
And I learned that was wrong. We
Yeah.
were in the hospital, and Nate was with us, and he was like, Michael, what happened? And he said, I had too much potassium, and that's why I'm in the hospital. My kidneys are failing because it's too much potassium.
Dude, that's a
And
lot of bananas, bro.
Yeah, and I believed him, and I said, Michael needs to quit eating bananas. This is a problem.
Dude, Michael's got a banana problem, bro. What are you taking that? You hammer down a bunch a day, brother?
Yeah.
Bananas, you know?
But I remember when he died, I was at his funeral.
Bananas smell like sick little kids. You know what I mean? You know how little kids, like, they're sick. They're gross already, so there's always shit on their face and their hands. But when they're sick, they just look sticky. Because like their nose runs and they don't care because they're like, I'm 3. And it's on them. That's bananas smell like sick little kids look. Ugh.
You really hate bananas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Banana flavored things.
They're
too.
even worse.
Worse.
Like banana runts. I would rather suck a dude's dick than eat a banana runt. Because it probably tastes better.
Aren't you glad it's not the only fruit?
Dude, if you don't shut the fuck up. Aren't you glad it's not the...
How much money? What's your lowest number to suck a dick?
Well, that depends. Truthfully, it's like, but whose dick?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the...
Whoever-
what do you mean? Yeah.
Whoever you want.
Well, no, because if it's whoever I want, like, that's like how much money would I pay to suck a dick? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, now
You
you're
know what I'm
talking.
saying? You know what I'm saying, dude?
I always like getting into that conversation because dudes will always bring it up, and guys will be like, dude,
Dude, no amount of money will I suck a dick.
Never would I, but it would have to be at least like $500 million.
Dude, for like $60 billion, I'll look at your dick.
Yeah, and then there's
Like, hey, for free, if you mention your dick, I'll be like, well, let me see. You know what I mean?
and my number just gets lower and lower. Like, I'm like, dude, $2,000, which is
$2,000.
which is not a lot of money, would
That's
solve all my
not
problems.
enough money. And hold on, if you live at home,
Yeah,
all your
I
problems will be
remember.
solved with $2,000. You don't have problems.
No, I don't. That's why in AA they have that saying. They're like, if everyone threw their problems in the street, you would gladly take yours back. I'm
Right.
Like, no shit.
Hey.
Someone would want my problem. Don't you think somebody would want my
Yeah,
problems?
we'd be fighting over your problems.
Yeah, there's people who are like,
My dad ate my cheesecake. I have $2,000 worth of debt.
I don't even have $2,000 worth of debt.
That's you just want $2,000. Yeah, man. Like I hate that. Well, I hate that fucking AA. Like, dude, everybody put their problems all on the street. Like you'd walk out in the street, or you know what I mean. Hey, my addiction is in the parking lot, and it's like it's in an Uber, and like I'm like, what?
Bro, it's my addiction's out in the parking lot doing push-ups, dude. And you know, it wasn't until I put my hand in God's hand and took another man into God's hand.
Once I took another man's hand once I took another man in the mouth and grabbed God's hand with my hand, and hey, and guess what? Now I pay my bills. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
I think it's good that people do look at it in a sense like that, but at the same time, I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I definitely had it easy for sure. Like both my parents are in recovery, and they've got like 6,000 years. They met at the Keys. So like I was like, hey dude, I was just in treatment. Everyone was like, oh my God, how long? I was like, fucking 7 days, dude.
Yeah, I was there.
Did a hard ass 7 days, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, where are you at now? And I'm like, my mom's basement, dude. Like she said if I didn't fucking get high anymore, I could live here rent free. So, you know what I mean? It's pretty rough, you know?
Were you a one and done in treatment?
Well, as far as treatment, yeah. Like I relapsed, but that was very short lived. And I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do drugs, dude, because like drugs are bad. You know what I mean? Like, don't do drugs. I'm like, I don't need drugs. I'm just gonna drink. And I was like, cool, drinking. And then 3 weeks later, I was like, I'm drinking. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, boo hoo. You know what I mean? I'm drinking. Like, no, it was fucking whack, but.
I remember I laid off the drugs and I was like, I'll just drink. And I remember I went to McFadden's, which is at 3rd and Spring Garden in Philadelphia. If you're, not from Milk.
If you want to go to a shitty bar.
If you want to go to a shitty bar. I remember I got so hammered drunk, dude, that I fucking walked home. That's like a 16-mile.
It's a long walk.
Yeah. Which in my head, I see it, like I GPS, I was like, how far is that anyways? And it said 16 miles. So I was like, that's not that far.
Yeah, what's that, like 32 minutes? You know what I mean?
But it's real far, especially when you're walking. But I remember, like, I was just sensitive and defiant. I would get the waterworks sometimes when I drank.
Segay?
Yes, Segay. But it was like, for no reason at all. Like, my buddy was like, get in the car. Where are
like,
they
dude,
leaving?
You want me to get in the car, bro? But like, I'm like, I was going to, and then you were like, get in the car, and like, you're my best friend, though, dog. Like,
that didn't happen yet. He was like, get in the car, and I was like, all right. And he was like, you gotta sit in the front on his lap, and I said,
sign me up.
I said, fuck you, I'm walking. And I got real dramatic.
Damn.
And I slammed the door, and I was like a fucking Eminem video. I had like 2 middle fingers in the air. I
said, fuck you, I'm
it's
walking.
Me against the world, bro.
Said it like Al Pacino too, dude. Fuck you, I'm walking.
It took me half an hour to walk to the exit of 95.
Yeah, it's a long walk.
Yeah, and he pulled up again. And he was like, I had no cell phone. It was dead. Mm-hmm. No money.
And he pulled up again.
And he pulled up again on the ramp, and he's like, dude, just get in the car. And that's when I was like, you're right, man. I love you. I'm sorry. I'll never have it again. And then he's like, all right, just get in the car. And I didn't like how he said it, so I was like, all right, man, fuck you. I'm walking.
Bad friend.
Yeah, then I made it.
Isn't that weird, though? Like, when you're like out, you're like doing whatever, even if you're just drinking. Like, dude, you walk anywhere. It doesn't fucking, walk like now, I'm like, I don't know, man. You can park closer than this. Like, I'm not. What's that? I gotta park on the street, and then I don't know, maybe. So disrespectful. But so, like, we would walk around. So I'm from Levittown. So me and my buddy would walk around Levittown, and I was just talking to my mom about this, and steal coolers off of people's porches. And like, we knew everybody in the neighborhood who had like an outside fridge, because like, you know what real money's like, dude? Outside fridge, bro. You know what? You want to know real fucking money? 2 fridges, dude. Yeah, this one's for my meat and my alcohol. You have 2 fridges? Okay, but anyway, so.
I got 2 fridges.
Real money. Anyway. Yeah, we walk around and like steal coolers off people's porches and shit. And like, we would walk around all night long, just drinking in the neighborhood for hours and hours and hours. And I was telling my mom about this story. It was maybe 2012 or something, like soon after high school. And we're walking around. Well, we're driving around. bad idea. Driving around drinking, and we're like looking for coolers on people's porches, and there's this one dude that always has like a decent cooler, like it's always got something in it. So we go there first, pop the cooler. It's got a bunch of weird shit in it. It's like a Christmas beer ale called like Delirium or some shit, and it's fucking gross, dude. It's so bad, but I'm like, yeah, for free, take that. We find a 30 block of Coors, like that's a come up. That's enough for all night, you know what I mean? So we throw it in the trunk, and we start driving around. We're driving around drinking, and we're like, at some point, we're like, this is a bad idea. Let's get out and drink. So we're walking around drinking for hours, walking miles and drinking. We're like, you know what? Let's get some food because we have no money. So we know this girl, Renee. Shout out, Renee. What's up?
Girl?
Actually, I don't know if she knows about this. She knows about it now. Actually, she won't, because who the fuck is going to watch this podcast? There's going to be six people. 6 people are going to watch this podcast, and you know all of them. So
I'm going to promote it, and I'm going to tag Renee in it. I'm going to be like,
so
Renee.
8 people are going to watch it then. You know what I mean?
You might tell a friend, dude. She'd be like, they're talking about me on this podcast.
No, they'll be like, Billy was on a podcast?
Yeah,
who the fuck has a podcast?
Like, he's still alive?
Nah, well,
Yeah.
so whatever. We're hungry. What about Renee has a fridge? Is there ever any food in it? Because she's got money, outside fridge, big money outside fridge. So we hop the fence and we open the freezer, and there's this giant like party tray of meat. Vienna sausages.
Vienna's.
Fucking shout out Vienna sausages, dude. Fucking
podcast.
shout out our sponsor, Little Sausage.
Little Smoky.
Little smoky sausage. There's like little Swedish meatballs. There's all kinds of like little finger food meats. And we're like, dude, come up and take this frozen tray. And we're like, how do we make it? So we go to 7-Eleven and we're like, hey, we're 19 and blacked out. Can we make this giant party tray of meat in your burrito microwave? And they were like, yeah, of course, because this is 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
So we make it and sit on the trunk and eat Vienna sausage and drink stolen beer. And that's what 19 is like. You know what I mean? That's what these streets are like in Levittown. You know what I mean?
That's what 19's like in the suburbs outside of Philadelphia, and also probably in Philadelphia.
Right. Dude, just rolling around getting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just a real dirtbag city at the end of the day.
Oh, fuck. So what else, man? What else?
You talked about stealing wine coolers and saying it was a 30 case of Coors Light, and that's like, cool. Mike's hard lemonade.
Well, Coors Light isn't like I was like, oh, I was drinking Coors. Yeah, well, I was drinking a Coors out of a work boot. You know what I mean? That's like not a very masculine beer, you know?
I remember...
My grandmother drinks Coors Light.
Yeah, that's a grandma beer.
Yeah, probably too much, but you know what I mean?
She might have it.
It's a lot, but you know what I mean?
A couple things and say a couple racist things.
Dude, she might like openly say racist shit too loud enough for everyone to hear directly at someone's face, but hey... That's what your 60s are like. Yeah, my grandmother's 60.
Yeah, your grandma's 60.
No, because that would be ridiculous, Joe.
That would
be
ridiculous. I'm gonna be like, damn, how old are you?
Yeah, I'm 11, so.
11,
what's up, dude? Shout out 11-year-old.
Pretty cool life.
Shout out 11-year-olds, dude. Yeah, I was 19 once. That was back before I was 11.
Dude, to be young again, dude. I'm a big 7-Eleven guy.
Yeah, I'm not.
No. I prefer it. This is the crazy thing. I prefer it over Wawa.
No, I don't know if that's crazy, but again, it's irresponsible.
Yeah.
I don't like 7-Eleven because I don't like walking into an establishment and immediately getting disrespected.
Yeah. No,
you know what I'm saying? Because at least at Wawa, they wait till you're there giving them money to disrespect you. Where you're like, I'm like, hey, do you have these in the back? So they're like, everything that's out is what we have. And I'm like, okay, so lower your voice for sure. You know? Everyone doesn't need to know that you're mad at me. 7-Eleven, you walk in, and the second you walk in, the dude's like,
yeah.
Like now he's got to stand up.
Yeah,
stand up, dude. That's get up. You know.
I just yeah.
Shout out 7-Eleven coffee too.
But it's like the
worst
opposite
coffee ever.
If you go out to eat, because people go out to openly disrespect restaurant workers.
No, those are just called bad people.
Yeah, this was my theory about when the COVID shutdown happened. They shouldn't have opened anything essential. They should have opened a fucking restaurant first and see how people acted, which they could not act right. Because I remember going back to work, the worst day of my life, because I was off for 6 months, and I was like...
making more money.
Yeah, making more money. And I was like, this is terrible. And people are like, fucking giggling, and they're like, "You must be happy to be back at work, though." I was like,
Dude,
"Why?"
aren't you so happy to be back here and giving me my fucking French fries and my beer for no money at all?
I was like, "Hey, we're at Applebee's. I'm miserable."
They're like, well, what do you tip? The bill's $80. What do we tip? And someone's like, $3, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, fuck you, buddy.
And they're like, "Why don't you have the dollar drinks anymore?" I'm like, "I make $2 an hour. I don't fucking know."
Because I can't afford them. That's why.
Yeah.
Why don't you have the dollar drinks? I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
why don't you go drink out of a trash can instead? It's probably better for you.
It probably is better.
Dollar drinks. But hey,
I remember
I drink them. You know what I mean? Dollar drinks.
when they were doing the dollar drinks. I would get promotions on my Instagram page. Not that, like, I'm never Googling anything about Applebee's. You know what I mean? The second I leave Applebee's, I fucking don't think about Applebee's.
Yeah.
Except for right now because we're talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I would have people come in and they'd be like, "But the commercial said," I'm like, "Do you think I don't change the channel when an Applebee's commercial?"
Right.
Like, it's the last thing I want to deal with.
Last thing. I get it all the time at work too. People are like, I don't know what people. What kind of coupons do you have on your website? I'm like, I don't know. I don't shop here. I don't know what's on the website, dude.
I just do.
Give me your money.
Yeah, just give me your money.
Just money, go away.
But they were promoting the dollar drinks, and I remember I was getting ready to comment on the Applebee's Instagram page and be like, "Why do you hate me?" and
You would lose your job, though.
Yeah,
you know what
well,
I mean?
this is how corporate they are. My one boss is like, "You can't write that. Applebee's will find you."
And then you're like, oh no, what will I do without
And then I
Applebee's?
apologized to me. I was like, "I'm sorry. I'll work harder. I didn't mean for it to happen."
To bring
So-
it full circle, that's the only reason I'm still wearing a mask. Because I'm terrified that some 18-year-old like art major is gonna see me without a mask and be like, "Fucking dude, make him viral, bro." And then they like know my mom's maiden name and like my blood type, and they're like, "We know everything about him. Get him, fucking cancel him, dude." I'm like, "Hey, I just want to have a job, please." And they're like, "Fuck that, dude. You didn't wear a mask that one time, you know."
The liberal artist formerly known as fucking is reporting you to the fucking world, dude, making you go viral. They're like, "My liberal arts degree and I are gonna take over the world, man. I believe in justice and the world will."
Me and my friends that all think like me don't think like you.
I like that everyone's on a big, like, I'm getting promotions on everything. People are going door to door and they're like, "Make sure you vote."
Dude, Facebook wants me to vote so bad, bro.
Yeah, they want you to vote so
fucking bad.
But there's like celebrities like endorsing, like, "You should get out and vote," and you all know that they have a specific, "Hey, get out to vote to change what we got now." But little do they know, there's people who want what we have now still.
I will a celebrity. I'm never taking advice from somebody with that much money that got it doing so little. You know what I mean?
Which is where I'm
Dude, if I show
because my
it up,
life's already easy, I want it to be easier.
that's the strange thing, right? So you don't make a lot of money, which is fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not a big deal. Less than me. Not a big deal. So you don't make a lot of money. And then you're like, dude, what can I do? Because I work a job where I don't make a lot of money. And then you're like, I got it. I'll be a stand-up comic. And I'll be rolling in it, dude. You know?
Rolling in it?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
That you didn't have delusions?
Delusions?
Delusions of grandeur?
I wouldn't say
That's a long
delusions.
time to think, dude.
Yeah,
That's a long time to think.
I'm trying to think because you're just accusing me of things blindly, which is crazy. Hey, never have a dream, guys. You know what? Just settle for Applebee's.
Dude,
piece of
settle. That's it. Settle. That's what I'm saying. Hey, take it in, dude.
Hey, but-
Settle. Pack it in, bud.
shit. But I'm not going to. That's the thing, dude. I live in a delusional world where good things just happen to me.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
I don't know why. Yeah.
Nor do I think.
No,
do
you
I
don't
think
need
I
to.
deserve them?
Don't think you deserve
a
them.
little bit.
A little bit.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows, dude? Who knows, dude?
You were talking about stealing the Coors Lights.
Mm-hmm.
Were you one of those kids when you were like 19 who would get booze
Yes.
and you would throw it in your buddy's trunk and you believed the delusion and you're like, "Yeah, dude, if you're under 21, you can transport alcohol
Yes.
still." Yeah.
A
yeah.
million % I was at. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, you
How
can
dumb are
fucking,
fucking people?
and here's the thing. I was like, put it in the trunk, bro.
Yeah.
And they're like, why in the trunk? I'm like, because if it's in the trunk, it means I'm just moving it.
Yeah.
And then I would drive drunk. Like as if they're going to be like, well, you're hammered, but is there any alcohol in here that you're not just moving?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? they're like, listen, Lucifer, you got to tell. The thing is, it's in the trunk. And they're like, all right, you're obviously wasted. Get out of the car. I'm like, listen, buddy, I'm not racist. You're a racist. You know what I mean? Like, fucking assholes, dude. Dude, fuck cops and fuck your dad, dude.
Yeah, fuck 12. My dad's a great guy.
Yeah, he's probably cool. I don't even know him. Still fuck him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah, dude, I hate your parents, man. I don't even know them.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Dude, if you met him, you would be like, I
I'd
can't believe I was talking shit.
I'd be so respectful.
Yeah.
I'd be so respectful. I'd leave and your mom would be like, he's handsome.
Yeah.
And your dad would be like, he's handsome. You know what I mean? Like, he's pretty handsome.
Then they'd be like, I don't know what's up with the one side of his face, though.
Because he has a good side, and then he has a great side. Yeah. So, like, what happened? Hold on. So, 7-Eleven coffee, right?
Don't
bring it back.
Stuff, but okay.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Coffee is just coffee, right?
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Just beans and water.
Just beans and water. Just beans and water and a weird napkin. You know what I mean? Not hard.
No.
7-Eleven, how do you fuck it up? You know what I mean? Dude, it's just coffee, bro.
I think that's...
It's so bad. 7-Eleven coffee tastes like... No, wait, because I'm on one. 7-Eleven coffee tastes like they took a dirty tissue and then put burnt popcorn in it and brewed it. And they were like, there's your fucking coffee, jerk off.
Yeah.
There it is. By the way, I'm mad at you because you walked in. Take your coffee. Hate it.
Dude, I wish I could.
Hate it. Nowhere else is any better either. That's the problem. No one... How does nobody... Dude. How long does it take to make a cup of coffee? There it is. There's your coffee.
This is the one reason I'm happy I don't drink coffee, because of the coffee connoisseurs out there in the world. But like going to a place like Starbucks gives me anxiety. Like I remember I went, somebody was like, hey, I want Chipotle. And I was doing them a favor, and they're like,
right.
Which I know is not coffee.
Right. It's also not how you say Chipotle, but okay.
How do you say it?
You say it correctly. You say Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Right.
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
So Chipoliti.
Oh, man.
But like places like Starbucks where you get there and they're like, what do you want? And I'm like,
Here's my thing with Starbucks, right? Dude, I don't go here often enough because I don't have like enough equity to pull from, you know what I mean? But the issue with Starbucks is I pull up, I'm like, hey, medium iced coffee. Because I don't remember what the things are. I know, dude, I know there's things. I know there's words that they call them specifically. I don't know them. You know what I mean? I'm just a salt of the earth type of guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Drinking my Dunkin', and I'm here because this is what's here.
7-Eleven coffee. Like, here's some horse shit, and you'll take it. You need to be told, and you're like, thank you. Thank you. You're right.
Thank you, may I have another. Thank you, may I have another. No, but so I'm here, and I'm like, can I get a medium iced coffee? And they're like, I think it's Grande is the middle one. They're like, a Grande iced coffee. I'm like, hey, look, don't fucking belittle me. Just say medium back to me, dude. Because firstly, now I don't know what I ordered. And secondly, you're not better than me, barista. You know what I mean? Make my coffee, dude. So that's the issue there. The issue at Wawa is, so the issue with Wawa is you walk in and you're like, look, I just need coffee and that's it. And then all of a sudden I'm in line and I have a Red Bull and a gallon of water and a 5-hour energy and a coffee. And I'm buying so many things. I walk in for a $2 cup of coffee and I just spent $40 now. How did that? And then with the whole COVID thing.
And the coffee thing's a free for all because people are just like, get the fuck out of the way. I need the Ethiopian blend. And you're like, nobody drinks that, guy.
What is the Ethiopian blend? They're like, it's the one that everyone's standing in front of. I'm like, oh, of course. You know what I mean?
You know how many kids died in Africa for that, you racist piece of shit?
Dude, mad kids died for these beans. You're in my way. They're going to spoil in 34 seconds. Move, dude. No, so the issue is that, and then that as well, and like everything's always sticky for some reason because everyone's in the biggest hurry, so everything at that counter is sticky. And then the whole COVID shit happened, and they started treating coffee like the Medline in rehab, where like you have to walk and you're like, can I have just a coffee, please? And they're like, yeah, here's your coffee, and I'm like, you leave this much room? And they're like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, I have sugar, and they're like, there you go, dude. I'm like, hey, can I have enough sugar that I can taste the sugar? And they're like, hey, there you go, dude. 2 sugars for you. You got it, bud.
They're rationing the sugar.
So that's annoying. Dunkin' Donuts has discovered the hottest substance on the planet. And they're like, this is coffee. Yeah. And that's a mistake. Okay? Because it's too hot.
They're like, Like, you're gonna drink this latte and you're gonna enjoy every second of it.
Like, hey, dude,
Now give us our $1.69.
are you ready to not taste anything tomorrow? Drink this coffee today. You know what I mean?
And
Dude, I'm sponsored by Dunkin'.
Yeah. And this
Are you ready to not taste anything tomorrow? Drink this coffee today. You know what I mean?
And this is why I'm a 7-Eleven guy, because I don't drink coffee.
You're 7-Eleven guy because you're trash, but okay.
Yeah, and really the only reason I go into a Wawa rarely is for food. It's for cigarettes and a Red Bull. 7-Eleven's more convenient, and they always have a parking lot you can get out of. Every Wawa
That's
parking
true.
lot. It doesn't matter which one. They're like, hey, listen,
Damn, did you just blow my fucking mind, dude?
They're like, hey, we're gonna give you this impossible maze to get out of.
By the way,
Everyone
our parking
forgets
lot,
how to drive.
Our parking lot has a driveway that wraps around the shopping center. I'm like, hey, guess what? But why though? You know, let me out. Is all. Just let me out. Yeah, and that's a good point about Sev. But okay, so here's the thing. Every morning I go to the Dunkin' at the corner of Street Road in Huneville because it's right up the street from my house, and I'm usually going that way anyway. So every morning I go there, I get the same fucking thing every day because I don't get the hot coffee because I don't want to die. Yeah. So I just get an iced coffee.
Because it hurts your tum-tum. And that's fine.
Because it burns my little lips and I don't like. No, so I get an iced coffee with cream and liquid sugar. Now you have to say liquid sugar, then sugar. You have to say liquid sugar, but you shouldn't have to say liquid sugar, okay? Because it's a cold drink. So don't put granulated sugar in it. I don't want a sand coffee. I want a wet coffee, so put the wet sugar in it, okay? Regardless, I'm like, fine. I'll fucking just say it so they get it right. I pull up every day. How long does it take to... There you go. There's your coffee. And I know it's not the people at Dunkin' because when I pull up, he's got his arm out the window and he's like, dude, here it is. Come get it, bud.
Please hurry.
Yeah, please, for the love... They are in such a hurry, they don't even tell you your total. You're like, yo, can I get iced coffee, cream and liquid sugar, and a blueberry donut? They're like, yup, come to the window. I'm like, are you going to tell it? Did you even ring it in, dude? Like, are you going to tell me what's up? Or they're like, dude, window. I'm like, all right, sorry. You know what I mean? So you pull up, they're ready to fucking go. Every day I pull up, I sit in this line for 10 minutes. Why? What are you getting that it takes that long to order? Because you're getting, can I get a double whipped mocha frappa? Dude, if you got to start your day with a milkshake, you have a problem, you know?
Or diabetes.
Or 1 foot.
You know what bothers me about Dunkin'? They just started making a breakfast cereal, and you would think...
Dunkin' makes cereal.
You would think, because it's Dunkin' Donuts, it would be donut-flavored cereal. But no, it's coffee-flavored cereal.
Well, you would think, considering they make coffee, and all donuts taste different, you might think it'd be coffee-flavored. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how mad are you now?
The place has donuts in the name, so I would think, hey.
Actually, it doesn't. It only says Dunkin'. Because guess what? It's just Dunkin' now, dude.
Is it just Dunkin' now?
It's just Dunkin' now.
Things have changed.
Yeah. Listen, this isn't the world that we're used to living in.
And the funny thing about your Dunkin' is that it's in the same parking lot as a Wawa, which also has the worst.
It's hard as fuck to get out of.
Yeah.
Dude.
What you would think is easy because it's an open strip mall with a fucking Kmart that's been closed down for 20 years, so you're like, no one's here.
Shit. We're getting to the bottom of real issues here. Hey, Wawa and Dunkin', get a better parking lot.
You get another Ferrero Rocher?
Are you getting one from the poison section or what's going on? Dude, if you're eating a Ferrero Rocher, you are for sure...
You clearly think you're better than
You
me,
are
first.
for sure a rich white woman in the 80s who doesn't work. Said it. Meant it.
Hey, clip it.
Clip it. Clip it, dude. I want the chips with the dip, dude.
Yeah. We're going to get a fucking email from Ferrero Rocher, and they're going to be like, hey, listen, quit talking about us.
Unless you want to get fucking sponsored by us, dude.
Yeah.
And we'll be like, hey, check it out. Ferrero Rocher, boy.
Hey, get a harder name to say.
Hey, get a harder candy to unwrap. Why is the bottom glued to the top?
I kind of want a candy bar right now.
What kind of candy bar? What's your go-to, dude? Hey, what's your go-to, bro?
It's tied between Kit Kat or Reese's.
Kit Kat, I agree with. Reese's, you're 7 years old.
Do you like peanut butter?
I love peanut butter.
Do you like chocolate?
Dude, I fuck with chocolate.
Then what's your fucking problem, man?
My problem is not 10. That's too sweet. And you know it.
That's too sweet?
And it's too sweet, you know it.
Too sweet? That
Hey,
doesn't even make sense.
did I say it?
you would be a Kit Kat guy.
Yeah, I fuck with a Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Dude, I play with a Kit Kat.
You're like, oh, I love the wafer part. If they could make just the wafer without the chocolate, I'd be so happy.
Yeah, no, I never said that, but that's
You
cool.
said it to me on the car ride. You were like, hey, listen, don't bring this up on the podcast.
Hey, listen, off the record, between me and you, dude, if they made it just a wafer, fuck, bro. Game over. Oh, man. Well, yeah, it's probably Kit Kat or, damn, I mean, so Butterfingers are good, but I also don't want to pick my teeth for like 8 days straight.
And
so,
after a bite of a Butterfinger, I'm like, I get it. It's good.
but also,
get it.
ouch, my teeth, you know?
Hate Almond Joys.
Oh, fuck you. Really?
Don't like coconut, don't like almonds. But yet, when I would take Xanax, I would steal a bunch of them all the time because
Right.
they had a blue
Because you
wrapper.
just steal shit. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and the blue wrapper would attract my eye, and I'm like, this is my shit.
Do you fuck with a Mounds then? Because it doesn't have the almond? Or is it's the coconut?
I don't like
You know, like
either
the coconut.
things, you know. I'm not a,
You're not a grown up.
yeah. I eat like a child, which is fine. And
Yeah,
gonna
me
get a
too.
I'm going to get a candy bar when I leave here. I really like Nutrageouses a lot.
Yeah. Or a whatchamacallit. Hey, but
Whatchamacallit's
wait.
great.
Change it, dude. Get a better name.
Nah, whatchamacallit's great.
It's a whatchamacallit?
You know, it's a...
Call it anything else.
You know what I really fuck with that's an old man candy bar is Paydays.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Because of the stuff inside, not because of those fucking gay ass peanuts.
Yeah. Mr. Peanut Planners.
Peanuts are gay, dude. I'm just gay.
That's racist.
Yo, podcast sponsored by Nuts.
Yeah.
Shout out all the nuts. Yo, holler back with some fucking nuts, dude.
You alright? Are you having that stroke you were talking about?
Yeah, I was gonna have it earlier, but I was like, I'll just wait till we get started, and now we're here. It's time for the stroke.
Now we're here. What's the wildest thing you ever stole on Xanax?
I've never taken Xanax.
Really?
Really?
Oh wow. Good
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, I liked what I
Just
liked.
booze and meth.
Joe's trying
No.
to get you to admit crimes on
Right. Hey, admit crime, dude. Hey, hold on, because he said admit crime.
Hey, there's a statute of limitation.
His dad's a cop.
Yeah, Willie's retired.
Yeah, fuck your dad, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, no, I ate a fistful of Valium once.
Nice.
It didn't really. That's not my.
Yeah.
I'm a very particular drug addict.
Yeah.
I like what I like, and that's it. I've never done an opiate,
Good
which
for
is
you,
weird,
man.
right?
That's rare.
So so it is rare.
I never made the jump to heroin, but I just say heroin because it just seems easier. Because people are like, "What do you ever do?" And I'm like, hey.
You're like M boxes, and they're like, well, okay, so you play video games or what?
I was like, "You remember these things called Oxy 80s?" And people,
And they're like, yeah, way back in the day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
They're like Quaaludes now. They just don't
Right.
exist. And you like tell the kids about it. You're just like, Oxy 80s where it's at. And they're like, Mister, why are you talking to us about
Right.
this?
They're like, dude, you got Jones or not, dude?
Yeah.
I'm like, are you 13 or what?
Yeah.
Like, don't raise your voice to me.
Yeah. And also, yes.
And by the way, how many?
Yeah.
You know? No, I was an up guy.
You were an up guy.
Yeah, I was an
like
up guy.
those. Big
I was an up guy. And you know what's weird too is you hear from a lot of people that like they'll be like, oh yeah, I used to like smoke or snort or shoot meth or whatever, and I would just do meth for days and days and days, and then I would just do heroin to come down, or I'd eat a bunch of Xanax to come down, and I would just cry to come down. You know what I mean? I would just like sweat in my bed and cry and be like, oh, like I hate me, and
Yeah. I never got the
14 hours later, right back at it.
I never got the whole come down thing, and I never even got with like opiates.
Yeah.
I've taken like 2 Suboxones in my life, and I think like one was in detox, because I just never got it. Because people are like, like when you're trying to get your shit together, I'm like, why would
I do that? Yeah.
like, why would you want to do that?
Yeah, that wasn't that was me. I tried before getting sober and actually being like a recovery fucking loser. I tried doing it on my own, which is like pretty common, I guess. And I was like, you know what's a good idea? Just don't do it. You know what I mean? Can't believe I hadn't thought of that yet. Just not gonna do it. So I'd go like 8 days without doing anything, and I'd be like, look, so now I'm gonna drink because obviously I'm gonna drink. You know what I mean? Like I'm not even getting high. I'm gonna drink. And then like 3 days later, I'm getting high. So I'm like, I gotta stop it again. But that's back to the restaurants again. Like restaurants for some reason won't fucking fire you, but also like you don't need me. They're like, dude, we need you to come in. And you walk in and it's like lunch on a Tuesday and there's no
It's
one
like
there.
being in an abusive relationship. 'Cause they don't really need you or want you around, but they make everything.
But
your
you have
fault.
to stay here so I can treat you like shit.
Yeah, and then you go and apologizing, and you're like, I'm sorry that I worked that double and I didn't make it on time the next day. And they're like, shut up and work harder. And you're like, yes, master.
Well, I don't know. So we're gonna cut the master part out, right? Because I have black friends, so we're not gonna say that. Anyway, I don't have any black friends. So so we're working in restaurants, man. Working in restaurants,
You need
man.
to get out more, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah,
You
I'm
like what you
good.
like,
I
and
like what I like.
Yeah, and
I like what I like, dude.
listen, it's not looking good for you, man.
Nah, so working at restaurants. I'm working at Red Robin at the time, and I'm like, dude, just not gonna drink, man. Like, I'll be fine. I'm not gonna drink and do drugs, whatever. So I go like 8 days without drinking. And I'm like, okay, so the Halloween party, obviously big deal. You know, gala event, big deal. I'm like, I'm going to this Red Robin Halloween party because obviously, am I gonna drink? Am I gonna be good? So, okay, no, Cat, cool. We're in the middle of something. Yeah, you better get the fuck out of here. She didn't want shit, dude. Pussy didn't want no smoke.
You're at the gala event.
So I'm at the gala event. No. So before that, I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna drink, and I'm not gonna get high, and I'm not gonna get drunk either because I'm just drinking. You know what I mean? So I drink a little bit, get a buzz on. I'm like, cool, look, no problem. So now I know I can do it in public. What I didn't know is that I don't know how to drink without cocaine or meth. So I go to this thing with everyone I work with and every manager I work with and all the people who pay me. And I show up and I'm like, I'm drinking, dude. No drugs tonight. I'm drinking. So probably in 30 minutes, I'm blacked out.
Yeah.
And that's great. You know what I mean? That's, if you've never been, I 100% recommend. So I black out and I'm like sitting. I remember I kind of come back and I'm like sitting at the bar. And the bartender gives me a big glass of water with a bunch of ice in it. She's like, here you go. And I'm like, dude, I definitely didn't order that, dude. I'm like, yeah, who's the gay guy that ordered this water, dude? I'm good. And she's like, nah, so that guy behind me is my boss. He says that you need to drink this water. And I'm like, look, man, if I drink this water, can I get like another shot, another beer? And they're like, yeah, I guess. So I drank the whole water,
Right.
ice cubes and all. I was like, give me, and I put it down, give me another shot, another beer. And then I don't remember. And then come to, and I'm like in my house. There's a bunch of people in my house. I'm like, this is not good. And then I'm gonna skip over some incriminating shit, and then wake up in the morning, and I'm like, oh, this is bad news. I'm in rough shape. You know what I mean? So I show up to work late as fuck. All my managers are like, yo, I saw you last night. Not good. Wasn't good. You know. So they're like, go home, get your shit together for like a week. And I'm like, okay, so I'm like vacation. They're like, you're suspended, so go home and get your shit together for a week. So obviously we don't do that. Like I go home and make it worse. And the first day back to work, I used to have this problem with eating in my sleep. I would always leave like peanut butter crackers or something next to my bed because I would wake up and just eat shit. So the night before going back to work, I get all fucked up. I fall asleep in my living room next to a bag of edibles, a bag of like gummy THC gummies or whatever. And I wake up in the morning and I'm fucked up. And I'm like, I have no idea. I'm like, am I sick or is this what cancer feels like? I'm like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Because I'm not good right now. And I'm like, I get ready for work. I'm late as shit. I start getting ready. Like I have no motor functions. Like my arm doesn't reach my head the right way. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to piss, but I'm not in the bathroom. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? So I finally get myself together and get in the car, which at the time was a car that I kind of stole for myself. Because I like lied about where it was and they tried to repo it. It wasn't there. So it's uninsured, no license. I'm fucked up. I'm like, all right, cool. So we're just going to go to work. The 15-minute trip to work takes, half hour, 45 minutes. And I show up and it's popping there. Dude, there's so many fucking people here and I'm not good. I still don't know what's wrong. I still don't know why I'm not okay. And I walk in, I'm like, oh no, dude. It turns out I overshot it, right? Overshot it.
Shout out.
So I'm walking and I'm like, dude, I'm not good. Like, please don't look at me or I'll fall down. You know what I mean? Like, I get to the back. My manager's like, dude, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, okay, thank you. And I turn around and left. I get home and I sit on the couch and I find a bag of edible gummies that are empty. And I'm like, oh, that's it. I ate enough weed to kill a horse in my sleep and then was like, hey, you know what? Let's drive, dude. Let's go to let's get in this stolen car.
Get out of here, man.
Hey, let's kick it, dude. Let's go to Red Robin, bro. They need me, bro. That's what it was. They literally, I'm like, dude, they need me. They need me there. Who else is going to take these orders and fill them in correctly?
Yeah, that was my infamous last words before I got sober, because I was leaving the house and I was just homeless for a week, and my mom's like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "They need me right now."
What are they gonna do without me, though? You know.
As I sat in rehab like for 30 days, I was like, I make $2 an hour in Applebee's billion-dollar corporation. I don't think they need.
They're
me
probably
whatever.
good.
Yeah, they're probably good without me.
I didn't tell anybody when I went to treatment. So like 2 days in, my mom calls Red Robin. She's like, "Hey, so Billy's like at the doctor for a week or whatever, whatever lie." And they're like, "Yeah, well, he's in rehab, right?" They're like, "Yeah." They're like, "Oh, okay, good." You know what I mean? We'll talk to you later. So I go back to, I don't know what the fuck is going on in a restaurant, but I go back. First thing I did after leaving treatment, I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" You know what I mean? Remember me? Can I have a job? And they're like, "Yeah, man, you got a job still." I'm like, "How the fuck do I still have a job?"
Right.
Doesn't make sense. So, hey, get a different job. You know what I mean?
My biggest dream was when I got out of rehab, that I went to Applebee's and I was like, "Can I have my job back?" And they would be like, "No, you're fired." And then I would sue them, because you can't do that, because it's a disease.
No, but they can, because you're a shoddy employee who gets high at work. You know what I mean?
Nope. I did a bunch of cocaine one time on a break, and I was watching Miracle on Ice, and all the corporate people were sitting at the first table when you walk in, and they're like, "How's your break?" And I was like,
Dude, it's fucking
I
nice,
was
dude.
like, "I don't know if we ever beat the Soviets."
Jesus Christ, man.
Oh man, the first time I did cocaine was in Atlantic City strip club bathroom.
I was just talking to my buddy about Atlantic City and about how it's the worst. It's literally the worst place on the planet.
Yeah, terrible. I don't like going there. Rarely do I go there, but I happened to be there, happened to be in a strip club, and I was in the bathroom taking a piss, and dude next to me had like one of those cocaine shovels and a bag, like the little spatula, and he was like,
"You're special, huh?"
and I was sitting there taking a pig, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "What's it look like I'm doing?"
Like, I don't know. That's why I fucking asked
like,
you.
"It looks like you're doing blow." And he was like, "Do people still call it that?" And I was like, I call it that.
I don't know, man.
And he's like, "Do you want some?" And I was just sitting there, and I kept snooping his bag, and he was like, "You good, man?" I was like, "Yeah, no, I'll talk to you later."
Yeah, I know. The first time I did coke, I think. Oh man, I think it was at my kitchen table.
Nice.
Yeah, and I didn't get it.
I mean,
I didn't get it. For like the first 3 times I did it, I was like, I don't know why people do this.
Were you when you were drinking and you did coke, would you continue to drink, or was it just cocaine for the rest of the night?
I would just keep doing. But so I used to drink at.
Because I was just a strictly fuck drinking. I would be hammered. Do
No,
coke,
that would
and
be
then
meth.
I would be like,
That would be the meth.
Yeah.
So I'd be drinking and then I'd smoke a little shard. I'd be like, "Hey, so guess what? Temperature's changing, dude. These waters are changing.
Yeah.
All right, we're going somewhere else and we're not drinking because I'm not even drunk anymore all of a sudden."
I'm gonna go somewhere and take apart a toaster for no reason.
Right. We're gonna go downstairs and we're gonna start cleaning your wall with this Lysol until it's clean. And
Exactly.
guess what? It's a big wall. Wasn't ever dirty. No, but I don't know. First time I did coke, I was like a child. You know what I mean? I was too young to be doing that.
Yeah.
And like didn't get it. And then one time it just clicked. I got it. I don't know if it was just the shit was better or if I just did too much or whatever. But I was speed walking down the street at 6 a.m. to go get English fucking a motherfucking a fucking
Toffee.
no no, it makes me think of the fucking a ham fucking sandwich. Why the fuck you ain't just eat it cold? A fucking breakfast sandwich, dude. Like it matters,
English
you know what I
muffin,
mean?
yeah.
No, but it wasn't. But
McMuffin.
no, the McGriddle, dude.
McGriddle.
Fucking McGriddle. And I was haul assing to this McDonald's. And I was like, oh, now I get it. But we used to drink at McStew's. McStew's? No, not McStew's. In fucking
Murphy's?
nah, dude. Yeah, but okay. Here's the thing about Murphy's. Don't sell me a beer out of a cooler, cause you're a bar with a door. You know what I mean? Why are you selling me a beer out of a cooler though? You know, no. Big Heads in Ben Salem on Street Road. And we'd get a big bottle of tonic and pour half of it out and fill the other half with gin.
Yeah.
And throw it in the car, in the car. and then we go and we drink and come out to the car and get high and sip the tonic and then go back in.
But you're
and
just moving the bottle of tonic. You're just so you're
just
allowed
moving
to.
it, just moving it. So would never drink it, just moving it. But yeah, that was dude. I was talking about it last night. It feels like fucking forever ago. It was like not that long ago. That was a shitty place to be filled with shitty people.
Oh, it's terrible.
Anybody that I've ever met from Big Heads on Ben Salem, kick rocks, dude. You know what I mean? Like, don't need you.
You heard it here from him, man.
Don't need you.
Well, I think we're coming up against it, brother. It's been great having you on. I like having another sober dude on. You're the first official episode because maybe.
He said coming up against it, but
we're coming up against it.
Yeah, no, power through.
I enjoyed having you on. I enjoy talking to other sober people. Because in the comedy scene in Philadelphia, I've done like 2 other comedians podcasts, and they're always like, "You're sober. You probably have crazy stories." I'm like, "Yeah, there's like a couple, but it's mostly
most of them are sad."
Yeah, most of them are me with a blanket over me. I wanted to kill myself. Do you want to hear that story?
Right, I can tell you about the time I wanted to die, or there was this time I wanted to die.
Yeah, so it's good. It's all right.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine, dude.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. Go watch. It's fine, or don't. You know what I mean? On Amazon Prime. How the fuck did it get there? Fellatio, you know what I mean? You just gotta fellate the right guy and you can get on Amazon Prime.
I'm killing it, man.
This will be on Amazon Prime.
This won't be on Amazon.
This will be on Amazon Prime. You just gotta fellate him again, dude. Flash it up, bro.
Hey, man. I'd like to say it's been great, but it's...
Don't lie, you know what I mean?
You're walking home. I drove you here.
Hey, I was already gonna, you know what I mean? My ride's outside, so
right,
I gotta go.
An Uber?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
man.
I gotta, what's that? Yeah, no, it's here. I gotta go.
All right, you're making this a long, painful goodbye, man. It's been real. I'll talk to you.
Dude, it's hot as fuck in here, bro.